Once you step inside, you can't step outside unless you die.
Who said that? What have I gotten myself into?
A voice replied the moment I stepped inside. The paper was thicker than normal paper, almost like cardboard, and the words were written in bold red ink as if they were warnings carved in blood. Once you step into this house, you must complete the night shift. Leaving before 5 a.m. is not allowed. Ignoring any rule may lead to consequences we are not responsible for. My fingers trembled as I flipped the first page. 7 rules. All numbered carefully. Each one stricter than the last. At the bottom of the page was a sentence that made my stomach tighten. By continuing, you agree that your safety is your responsibility. I looked up at the quiet compound, then back at the paper. It felt less like a babysitting job and more like signing a contract with something I didn't fully understand. For a moment, I wanted to drop the file and walk away. But hunger, rent, and the memory of sleeping on cold streets pushed my feet forward. I swallowed hard and stepped inside. My name is Tola, and 3 weeks before that night, I didn't have a home, a job, or even a proper meal most days. Lagos streets can be loud in the daytime, but at night they become something else, lonely, dangerous, and painfully honest. I was 26, carrying my small backpack everywhere, pretending I was just traveling whenever anyone asked questions. The truth was simpler. Life had knocked me down, and I hadn't yet found where to stand again. I used to work at a small salon in Suraleh, braiding hair from morning till evening. When the owner's business collapsed, we were all dismissed without pay. Days turned into weeks. Savings disappeared. Friends stopped picking my calls. Lagos does not wait for anyone. If you slow down, it steps over you. One afternoon, while sitting near a bus stop charging my dying phone at a kiosk, a message popped up from an unknown number. Babysitter needed. Night shift. 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Accommodation and good pay. At first, I thought it was a scam. But the address was real, and the woman on the phone sounded calm, polite, almost too polite. She said they needed someone urgently because they were new in the city and didn't trust daycare centers yet. The pay she mentioned was more money than I had seen in months. I didn't ask many questions. Desperation has a way of silencing caution. By 8:30 p.m., I was already standing in front of a tall cream-colored duplex in a quiet part of Lekki, holding my backpack and trying to look confident. The gate opened automatically. No security man. No barking dog. Just silence. The man who finally came out to meet me didn't look strange at all. In fact, he looked like the kind of person you would instantly trust. Clean white shirt, neat beard, calm eyes. The type of man who says good evening with respect. He held a small envelope and the same brown file I had seen at the gate. "Are you Tola?" he asked. "Yes, sir." "Good. My wife and I are traveling tonight." "Emergency," he said, glancing back at the house. "We will be back by morning. Our daughter is asleep upstairs. She rarely wakes, but if she does, just comfort her. Everything you need is inside." He handed me the envelope first. It contained half of my payment in cash. My breath caught. Real money. Crisp notes. Then he handed me the brown file again. "Please read the rules carefully," he added, his voice lowering slightly. "They are important. Once you step inside and lock the door, do not step out until 5 a.m. We will return after that." I nodded, even though something about the way he emphasized, "do not step out," made my skin prickle. A woman appeared briefly behind him, waving with a tired smile. "Thank you for coming," she said softly. "Our child is gentle. Just follow the rules." Before I could ask anything else, they walked to their car. The engine started, headlights flashed across the compound walls, and within seconds the gate slid shut behind them. Silence returned. I stood there alone, holding the file as if it weighed more than it should. Everything returned to the moment at the door. The warnings. The 7 rules. I stepped into the living room, locked the door, and opened the file. The clock read 9:58 p.m. 2 minutes to my shift. My throat went dry as I read. Rule 1. Do not open the curtains after 11:30 p.m., even if someone calls your name from outside. I frowned. How would anyone know my name? Rule 2. If you hear footsteps upstairs between 12 a.m. and 12:15 a.m., do not check. The child will be asleep. It is not her. A chill ran down my spine. Rule 3. The kitchen tap may turn on at exactly 1 a.m. Do not close it. It will stop by itself. The house suddenly felt too quiet. Rule 4. If the baby monitor shows a shadow beside the crib, look away. Do not zoom in. My grip tightened on the paper. Rule 5. Avoid the hallway mirror after 2:30 a.m. I glanced up and saw it at the end of the corridor. Rule 6. If the child asks you to open the door for her father, carry her back to bed and sing. Do not approach the door. My heartbeat grew louder. Then the final line, darker than the rest. Rule 7. No matter the voice. No matter the face. Even if it is us, do not open the door until 5 a.m. The clock struck 10 p.m. Upstairs, something moved. Please, like and subscribe to our channel for the final part.